this card. I don't care. I'm putting a bet down on every fight. And if you like something, write it down. But don't tell me on everything. This is free content. This is for entertainment purposes. I'll lose some cards and a few others. I will go crazy. If you check my TikToks, all that, you've seen I have gone crazy in the past. So you aren't getting bets on every fight anywhere else. I will be personally betting on all of these. We read lines to find spots. This is not a pick'em page. This is a degenerate gambling page. We read lines, we watch film, and we try to find spots where we can make money. And I'm giving you all my plays for free. And again, please don't play all of my plays. Take what you like. If you don't like them, don't play them. It's fairly that simple, all right? If I get killed one week, feel free to go down bottom, make fun of me. I don't care. Guess what I'm going to do next week? I'm going to come right back and bet every single fight. All right, so fight number one. Let's go. Judas Cagliari, all right, women's MMA. I've got 2 units on Judas. It's not that the odds aren't that wide, so I actually do like Judas in that spot. 2, 3 units, throw a bunch of units on it. Again, my units are $50. I'm your everyday bettor, all right? If you have a family, you got kids, you got a day job, and you're not watching an entire UFC card just to put, 2 bets down, and you actually want action on every fight, come to Bird Dog MMA. This is what we do. And again, we're not. Last week I felt like I had like paralysis by analysis. I watched more film than I ever did, and at the end of the day, it was probably one of my worst cards. And I think I was overthinking it. And again, I was more focused on the stylistic breakdowns. I think you could find better stylistic breakdowns other places. I think you could find millions of stylistic breakdowns all over YouTube. Or, like I said, you could go watch film on your own and make your own stylistic breakdown. Because I know that if you went out of your way to watch this video, you're not a casual. You watch UFC. You've been watching for years. So a lot of you haven't missed a card either like me. You're everyday watchers just like me. Every week watchers, I should say. So I'm going to skip in the future, move forward. This is only my second time doing a video on this. I'm going to start skipping the stylistic breakdowns. I'll give you like a few stylistic breakdowns here or there. But for the most part, I'm going to kind of fade on that because I don't think you need that. I think you have better ones on YouTube. I think you could find a million different, he's tall, rangy, outside distance, good at using his range. We all know that, all right, for the most part. But, again, if Michael Johnson's fighting Daniel Zellhuber and he's plus 390, do you want to hear the stylistic breakdown? We all know Zellhuber's winning. But over here, guess who we're betting? Stay tuned, we'll find out. All right, so again, we're just going to get right to what we're betting. So, fight one, like I said, we're going Judas, bunch of units, go 2 or 3. I got 2 or 3, all right? Next fight, we got Ferreira versus Jackson McVeigh. McVeigh is extremely unathletic. He has 6 first-round finishes. Try that against Diego, and he is sleeping you, brother. He's going to sleep you, all right? So, we're not going to go, we're going to go, I'll go over the best later, but I do like Bruno Ferreira. But again, he's minus 600, but you'll see how I play that. We are getting some action in on that. I'll go over that bet later. I most likely will go first round KO. All right. Then we got, what's next? Span Bresky. Again, I really hate that I'm betting Ryan Span here, guys. But do we really want to bet Bresky? He's, he gets led out to slaughter. We're not betting Bresky. We're probably going to go first round KO on Span again. If he kills us again, he kills us again. But I'm going to keep that bet light. I'm probably going to go a quarter unit, which for me is only like $15, $20 maybe, on a Span first round KO. Keep in mind, we are everyday bettors over here. Next, I like Crute a lot. We got Crute Pragnell. I see a lot of people on Pragnell. I'm not feeling it. I like Crute. I like Crute money line. All right. Pragnell's 4-6 in the UFC. It's good karate. Here's the breakdown. Bladed stance, good leg kicks. He can kick you everywhere, kind of. But he is slow and labored and just very clumsy in how he fights. And he has 0 cardio as well. Like, in the 3rd round, he's looked bad in almost all his fights. And he really winds up on punches. I think that's the reason he really gets tired. And he's 37. And he puts his chin on the line when throwing punches. And he's light on the feet when moving, but he kind of plants when kicking. No grappling, no cardio. I'm all over Crute on this one. All right, I wasn't initially, but after watching film, I kind of love Crute. I'm going KO sub, but again, I'm going to go over all my bets at the end of the video. Stay tuned. But I do look the KO sub props on Crute because this line is absolutely juiced like last week. You can't really play a ton of money lines, just straight up. So we're going Crute, all right, which I'll go over later, all right? Keep in mind, Crute beat Alvey and Bukowskis, all right, who both beat Pragnell. All right, then we got Fuck It versus Dulatov, all right? Dulatov can win anywhere. We all know that. I'm not going to even get into the technical breakdown. He's been broken down a million times. He's a nice parlay piece, very heavy odds. We're going to parlay that later. All right. Back to the Crute. Crute's cardio is better. His grappling's way better. All right, guys. Um, I really, I really do think he finishes Pragno. I kind of think Pragno stinks, to be honest. He beat me up, but nah, I'm not feeling the Pragno hype right now. All right, then we got Gaudier versus Valentine. I think this is a situation where people are trying to, well, the UFC is trying to make a name out of Gaudier. He's bringing Valentine out for slaughter. I mean, Dana is by he. I think he wants to see Valentine get knocked out. I think that is going to happen. Valentine can grapple better, but a lot of times he doesn't try to. So I think Gaudier can get him out of there in the first. If not, probably stalls out for a round. He gets him out of there in the second. So again, I'm going to have a first round KO on Gaudier. All right. Next, we bet in every fight, gentlemen and ladies. I'm sorry. We bet in every fight, y'all. All right, Prado, taking off. We're taking Prado because it's one of the only lines we can play. All right. Like I said, we're degenerate gamblers over here. Everything is juice on this card. I'm looking at minus 146 on Prado. I watched film on them both. Varon Tekhanov just stares at you with his hands up. He doesn't really throw anything. It's kind of maddening to watch. Like, it was really exhausting. Like, what does he do well? I kept having to fast forward. Like, he just keeps staring at guys. Like, when he was fighting Danny Barlow, he waited to the last, a minute and a half to throw something. So just because Prado's more active, all right, I know he's small for his division, but he's minus 146, so we like betting on every fight. We're going Prado money line, which I'll go over later. Vettori Allen. I like Vettori decision, no action. I think Vettori is really tough. He has a better chin. I like that little scuffle they had in the hotel, so I already think this is kind of like we're going on fight number 2, you know what I mean? Vittori's brother just died, as you probably heard all over the internet. I think that gives him some added motivation. Allen isn't really a threat to finish in the first place, let alone against a guy like Vettori, who has an iron chin. I know it was tested against, oh my God, you know how it is, I'm drawing a blank. But, yeah, it was tested, all right? It was tested. Yeah, I like Vettori decision, no action. I do. And what that means is if Vettori goes to decision with Brendan Allen, we get our money back. If Vettori wins by finish, which I think he can, I think it's going to kind of be a heated fight based off the beef these two gentlemen have. Yeah, if he finishes them, we win. If he gets finished, we lose, which I don't think will happen based off their styles and how tough Vettori is. And if it goes to decision, we get a refund. So I'm actually going to do a bunch of units on Vettori, which I'll explain later. All right, Phillips Oliveira. Phillips is flashy. All right, he wins by grappling a lot, though. Like, he'll throw kicks and all these flashy strikes, but they don't ever really connect. And then you saw how he gassed out against Font. Font was able to get back on his feet, deny a few takedowns, and Phillips did gas. Do I think it's going to be that bad this time? No, I don't. I think Phillips did learn from that, but I do think Oliveira has what it takes to beat Phillips here. I think he has enough anti-grappling. I think he is a little bit better on the feet and a little more violent. So I do love Oliveira money line. I'm going to be playing that. I'm going to put 2 units on that. There's one more thing I was forgetting. It'll come back to me. Oh, I've been fading Oliveira his entire career against Saeed, and I finally think I've learned my lesson. If I lose, I lose. I don't care. Make fun of me. I'm going Oliveira just because I don't want to make the same mistake a third time. And, I think he's a better version of Font. That's just me personally. All right, then we got Michael Johnson, baby. We got Michael Johnson versus Daniel Selhuber. I'm going Michael Johnson. And I'm dead ass this time. I'm going Michael Johnson. I don't care. You saw what he said in his presser. You saw what he said. He said he was going to teach this young boy a lesson. He said he was going to teach him a lesson. Daniel's been, posting videos about Michael's knockouts? Chat. No, I'm just kidding. I hate streamers. But yo, listen. Johnson has been winning. I know this sounds crazy. He's been winning every fight before he was losing. I know that sounds like a bunch of coke, and I highly advise you not to tail me on this, but I'm throwing a whole unit on Michael Johnson. I know, a whopping $50 at plus 390. I think he's a better boxer. A little of it probably is because I'm a little sour because I had Zell Huber versus, oh my gosh, Rebovich. Sorry. You get on the mic and all of a sudden you start freezing up. Yeah, so I might be a little bit sour over that, but I think Zell Huber kind of freezes up when he's getting thrown at. I think he doesn't use his range right. and I don't think he has good head movement. He's like a statue. If you rewatch that Rebovich fight, I think if Rebovich had the Johnson, the power of Michael Johnson, yo, he would have put him out. So yeah, give me a whole unit on Michael Johnson, baby. Let's ride. Let's see if it works out. I'll eat it. I don't care. Let's go, Michael Johnson. I'm locked in for that fight. I'm circling that. Let's go, Michael Johnson, baby. He's putting his lights out. He's getting it back and blow you from the block with it. Michael Johnson's gonna get him, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. All right, then we got Ige Pitbull. What time we at? I'm gonna have to rush this because YouTube will not let me go over 15 minutes on one video. All right, Ige Pitbull. Honestly, I'm not too intrigued by it. I know a lot of people are hyping it up again. Vegas has me by him, man. Whole card, you're looking at minus 600s. Then you see minus 235 for Ige. I'm gonna go Ige money line. I'm gonna throw a unit on that to win a few bucks. Pitbull's like a lesser version of Ige. He's been hurt, and he hasn't won an official UFC fight. Until he does, I'm not gonna play him. I see a lot of people like trying to play Pitbull. I'm not feeling it, honestly. I do think Ige is a little bit better than Pitbull everywhere. So I am going to go money unit on Ige. All right. Then we're going Holland Rodriguez, lock of the night. Kevin Holland all day. Play how you want. I do have him parlayed. I like him KO. I like him KO sub just to cover us in case he does sub him. But again, Rodriguez, he's old. And he looked really bad his last few fights. He looked really sloppy. His footwork isn't as good. I think Collins starches him, to be completely honest. He's at 170. He's locked in. He's a different breed. Give me Holland all day. I'm going to parlay him on 2 different parlays. I like him KO. I like him KO sub. And stay tuned. I'll get into all that. Then we got Costa Kopylov. Honestly, I'm going to go Costa inside the distance, no action. So that means, again, like I said, if Costa goes to decision with Kopylov, I think, if Costa goes to decision with Kopylov, we get our money back. If Costa wins by KO or sub, we win. All right, and I think it's like plus 130. If Kopylov finishes him, which, there's always a possibility. I can't see that happening because Costa is really tough, and he says he's going to bring the old savage ways out. He said he's locked in this time. You got to keep in mind he was coming off a really long layoff, and he fought Whitaker and Sean Strickland, 2 of the best in the division. All right, 1 a future Hall of Famer. That's really hard to come back off of that long of a layoff and fight those 2 back to back. So it's kind of understandable, and he wasn't really getting starched in any of them. He almost had Whitaker out of there. So I do like a little safe bet on Costa not getting finished. Give me decision, no action. All right, then we got Holloway Poirier. I think Holloway is finally filling out at 155. There's no way he goes defeated in trilogies. His last fight, Poirier was kind of grappling a lot due to Max's pressure. You can kind of see him closing the gap with his experience there. No, I don't think his chin is cracked. I think Poirier is just that good. And Max does look hungry. If you watch that presser, he does look hungry. All right, so let's keep this under 15 minutes. Only place you're going to find bets on every single fight, y'all. So write the bets down you like. The ones you don't, just pass on them, all right? If you like what I'm doing, give me some feedback. Like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? All right? So, again, we got the girls' fight. We go with Judas. All right, we're going Judas, 3 units. We're going Ferreira. We're going to parlay him. I'll tell that later. And Ferreira, round 1 KO, quarter unit. Span, we have in a parlay, then we're going to Span. Round 1 KO, quarter unit. Crute, we're going to parlay him. Then we got Crute, KO sub, 1 unit. Then we got the Crute fight, doesn't go the distance, half a unit. Then we got Dulatov, we're parlaying him, kind of have to on this card. Then we have the under 1.5, 2 units. Then we have Gaudier. All right, we're going to parlay him. Then we have first round KO, half unit. So Gaudier, first round KO, half unit. Then we have a half unit on Prado. Then we have Vittori, decision, no bet, 3 units, baby. Oliveira, money line, 2 units. Michael Johnson, money line, 1 unit. He's from the block with it. Ige, we're going to parlay him. Then we have Ige, money line, 1 unit. Then we have Holland. We have a parlay with him in it. Then we have Holland KO sub, half unit. Then we have Holland KO, half unit. Then we have Costa, decision, no action, 3 units. Then Holloway, we're just going to go money line, 3 units. Hopes to get it done. All right. Our parlays, the official ones, we're going to go Gaudier, Adulatov, and Holland. All right, whatever sportsbook you're using, you can throw that in, look at it. But again, Gaudier, Dulatov, Holland, we're going 1 unit. Then we have another parlay with Holland, Bruno Ferreira, and Dulatov, half unit. We really like Dulatov. And then I might also do Crute, Span, Gaudier, half a unit. I do like all of those. And then there's another one I might play, but not confident. I have to give it to you because I already gave you best on every one. So again, Only place you're going to find this kind of degeneracy. Thank you for tuning in, and good luck, y'all.